ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तिशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, canto 10, chapter 53, verse number 42. So in the previous class we read how Srimati Rukmani Devi, she came to the temple of Ambika to worship, being surrounded by her friends and elderly ladies and protected by the soldiers. So she went there on a chariot, then inside the temple she walked, army remained outside, and then she did puja. So that is what is being described here. नानोपहार बलिभिर वार मुख्याः सहस्रशः षड्गन्धवस्त्राभरणैर्द्विजपत्ने स्वलङ्कृताः गायन्तश्च स्तुवन्तश्च गायका वाद्यवादकाः परिवार्यवधूं जग्मु सूतमागधवन्दिनः. So when she is going, she was accompanied by thousands of Varmukhya. So now Varmukhya, if you translate it into English, it becomes very shocking, because in English the only word is prostitute.
I cannot hear. It's okay, I couldn't hear what you said.
So she was surrounded by thousands of Varmukhyas, but prostitute is not what we have prostitutes at present. These were women. They were not like part of normal society, in the sense that they were not like Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, married, but they were common, what you can say, society women. But they were not just prostitutes, they were highly educated and cultured, and they knew Natya Kala very properly. And they would entertain, and they were considered as very auspicious for any auspicious thing. It was not that there was somebody inauspicious, that's why they are going with her. And they were good at singing, dancing, all these things. So this is also a festival. So they were carrying various types of upahar and bali for the worship. So puja samagri, paraphernalia for worship, and things to give in charity, offering to the deity. And they were all gandha vastra abharanair dvijpatne swalankrita. And there were also wives of the Brahmanas who were nicely decorated with garland, perfumes, cloths, and nice ornaments. So they all were going, and with them there were many people who were singing, because festival is singing and food. That's what festival is about, and worship. So gayantascha stuvantascha gayaka vadyavadaka. So there were singers and there were musicians. So they were singing and also reciting stotras, parivarya vadhum jagmu, and they were all surrounding the bride, and Suta, Magadha, Vandina. So these are three classes of people: Sutas, Magadas, and Vandis. So they were all accompanying them, reciting prayers,
What's
stotras.
the literal meaning of Mukhya?
Mukhya means chief. Var means turn. Turn means people come to them turn by turn. They don't have one husband. That's what this means, Var Mukhya. So they have husband for one night. Whoever comes, that is the husband that day. So that's the name. So Asadya Devi Sadanam Dhauta Pada Karambuja Upasprisya Suchi Samta Pravivesha Ambikantikam. So they entered into the temple of the Devi after washing their feet and hand. So Dhauta Pada Karambuja. And Upasprisya Suchi Shanta Pravivesha Ambikantikam. Then they do Achman Upasprisya, and thus getting pure, clean, and in a peaceful mind, they entered. Here it is only about her. She entered in the temple, the inner part of the sanctum sanctorum. So others may have stayed outside, and she plus some of the Brahmana ladies who will help in puja and some friends, mothers, sisters. There must be some of their relatives because she had 4 brothers. So maybe their daughters were there. It was common thing to go like that. So Deva Sadanam Devya Mandiram Brihadalaya Antargatam Mani Mandapam Kukutyadina Mandadishu Pumvad Bhaveti Pumvat. So here the reading is Devi Sadanam, but looks like in other books the reading is Deva Sadanam. So Deva is masculine, Devi is feminine. So it should be Devi Sadhana, but it becomes Deva Sadhana by Kukutya Andadinam, that Pumvat Bhav in the Samas. So Kukuti Anda, Kukata Anda. So therefore it became Deva Sadhanam. Iti Pumvatnam. Upsprashya Achamya. Upsprashya means after doing Achman. Tam vai pravayaso balam vidhigya viprayoshitaha bhavanim vandayam chakrur bhavapatnim bhavanvitam. So pravayasa means the older ladies, and they were the wives of the Brahmanas, viprayoshita. So they who knew how to do puja properly according to the vidhi. So they made her do puja, vandayam chakrur. And who is Vandana? Bhavanim, Bhavapatnim, Bhavanvitam. So she was Ambika, Bhavani, Parvati. But it was not only her, but also the deity of Shiva was there. Just like you go to Barsana, say Radharani's temple, but Krishna is also there. Otherwise you think it's only Radharani's temple. So, like that, Ambika temple is there, but Shiva is also there. So therefore it says Bhavapatnim Bhavanvitam, who is with Shiva. So here we just read that sutra yesterday. Patyurno Yagya Sangyoge. That Pati, then it is made feminine for wife. E becomes Na and Ep is applied, the word becomes Padani, but it is Yagya Sanyoge, if she is partner in doing Yagya. So then came that she is wife and not Bhogya, remember? Not to Bhogya. When it says Patni, means she is wife, who is, that's why the word Dharma Patni is used sometimes in Hindi. So previously some people who had more than one wives, the one who participated in the worship, puja, etc., like Draupadi for the Pandavas, but they also had other wives. So that is called Patni, because here if you see, there is a word Bhavani is used and then Bhavapatni is used. So Bhavani itself means wife of Shiva. So why Bhavapatni again? So this is how Purvamimamsa analyzes that now when Bhavani is said, then what is the need to say Bhavapatni? It is useless, it's not telling you something extra. But since the word is there, it must tell something extra, because there cannot be useless words. So Bhavapatni indicates that she is not just wife, but she is wife who is part of Yajna, means who participates. Otherwise they said that not Dasi Patni. So that is the significance. This is the sutra we just did yesterday. So Pravayasho Vriddha Viprayoshitaha Purohita Striya. So Pravayasha means the elderly wives of the Brahmanas, because they are the wives of the Purohita who know how to do puja. So wives also know this. And therefore Vidhigya, Shastra Vidhigya. So they are the knower of the Shastric way of doing puja. Rukminya Manogat Prakaragngyascha. And they also know the type of puja which Rukmani wants to do. So they also understand her mood. So Bhavpatnim Bhavani Bhavanvitamiti. So they worshipped, they made her worship wife of Shiva, who was also along with Shiva. So why they said, he says that they know her mind, because she is worshipping with a particular purpose, and that is to get Krishna as the husband. So he Bhavani, Tvam yatha bhavpatni bhavanvita cha virajase tathaiv mamapi Krishna patnim Krishnanvitam kuru iti. So he takes another indication from here that just as you are along with Shiva as his wife, so make me also wife of Krishna so that I can be with him like you are with Shiva. That is the significance. Tabhirapi Krishna malokya kinchit sucharitam yannaeti prak prarthitatvat. Because these ladies have also earlier prayed that if we have done any piety in our life, may she get Krishna as the husband. When they said Purvasi were doing, then they were also part of it. So they also know this, that this is the proper match. So when they are doing puja for her and chanting mantras, they are also doing with this intention. That is the significance he brings out. Namasye Tvambike Bhikshnam Svasantan Yutam Shivam Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan Krishnas Tadanumodatam. So this was the prayer that, O Ambika, I bow down to you continuously, and you along with your children, Ganesha, Vighna Vinayak, destroyer of the obstacles, and Shivam, your wife of Shiva, and this is my wish that Bhagavan Krishna be my husband. Bhuyan Patirme Bhagavan Krishna Tad Anumodatam. Please bless me to have Krishna as the husband. Just like the gopis were praying to Katyayani, Katyayani Mahamaya. Sanandas Gopasutam Devam Pati Me Kurute Namaha. So she is also praying like that. So you want a husband, you have to go to Katyayani, Ambika, Shiva, they are all same. Shiva's wife. Vandanam mantram api taeva tam vachyamas. So these elderly ladies, they are the one who made her recite the mantra for this puja. Sayatha namasya iti swasantanyutam iti tam ganesho mamatra vignam khandatu iti bhava. So I bow down to you along with your son, so that your son Ganesh can destroy my obstacles. Tatra tatra bhavati anumodatam. So you please approve that. Bhavtu te saeva patiriti swasammati dattam. So it is as if she said, okay, bhavtu te saeva. He said, yes, let him be your husband. This way she gave the approval. Adbhir gandhaksha tair dhupair vasah shrangmalya bhushanaihi nana upahara balibhi pradeepa balibhi prathak. So she did all the worship puja, adbhi, with water, with perfumes, with unbroken rice, with incense, with cloth, with garland, and two types of garland, one made from flower, other made from gems, srang and malya, and other ornaments, and Nana Upahar Balibhi, and various types of offerings, and a row of ghee lamps were offered to her. So Shrak, Pauspi, Mala, Ratnamai. There are two words used, Shrak and Mala. Both actually means garland. So why twice it is used? So it says Shrak refers to the garland made from flowers. Mala refers to garland made from gems. And then various types of foods were offered. So Vipra Striya Patimatis Tatha Tai Samupujayat Lavanapu Kantha Sutre Falekshubhi. So the wives of the Brahmanas who were having husbands, so they made her worship Ambika with these different articles. And they offered Lavana, means some salty preparation, Apupa is Malpua, sweet, Tambul is what you call this pan, and Kantha Sutra, so thread for the neck, and fruits, phala, and Ikshubhi. Ikshu is sugar cane, juice, sweet. So these were the various things which were offered. So Lavana Pupa Kachorika iti kechit. Some people take Lavana and Apupa as separate, and therefore because there are 6 rasas. So these 6 items describe 6 types of rasas. And some people take Lavana Pupa as one, which means salty Apupa, which is Kachori, which is in Sanskrit called Kachorika. So that's also famous here. It's salty. Tasyai striyastah pradadu shesham yayujurashishah tabhyo devyai namaschakre shesham cha jagrihe vadhu. So tasyai striyastah pradadu shesham yayujur ashishah. So the ladies there, senior ladies, they gave then prasad when offering was made, then the prasad was given to her, and they also gave the blessings to her. And then Tabhyo Devyai Namaschakre, then she bowed down to them and also to the Devi, and Sheshamcha Jagrihe Vadhu, and she accepted the prasad from them with respect, offering obeisance to them. Muni vratam atha tyaktva nischakram ambika grihat pragrihya paninam bhrityam ratna mudro upashobhinam. And then she broke her silence. So it was custom previously that people used to do puja in the morning, and before they completed the puja they don't talk. So only the talk after the puja is completed. Maharaj Ji was also like that. He was in silence till 4 o'clock. No eating, no drinking, no talking till 4, because his puja was over at 4. So that's why here also it is said that Muni Vratam Atha Tyaktva, that now she gave the vow of silence, and then she came out from the inner chamber or inner part of the temple. Nischakrama Ambika Grihat Pragrihya Panina Bhrityam Ratna Mudro Shobhena. And she was holding the hand of a servant with her hand which had the Ratna Mudra of Shobhena. She was already having a what you call ring, Ratna Mudra. So Shesham Nirmalyam, Shesham means the prasad, Munivratam Maunam, Munivratam means silence. And now when she came out, then everybody saw her. And this is being described here. Tam Veda Mayam Iva Viramohinim Sumadhyamam Kundalamanditananam Shyamam Nitamba Arpita Ratna Mekhalam Vyanjastanim Kuntala Shankitekshanam Suchi Shmitam Bimbe Phaladharadyuti Shonayamana Dujakunda Kudmalam Padachalantim Kalaham Sagaminim Sinjat Kalanu Puradham Shobhina Vilokya Vira Muhu Samagata Yashashvinas Tatkrita Hrichayardita. So now it is described how the kings and princes who had come there and they saw now, and how they swooned by seeing her beauty. So these 3 slokas describe that. Actually 2 only, 2.5. So Tam Ved Maya Meva. So she appeared like Ved Maya, like Mahamaya personified. And therefore Veera Mohini. She was causing delusion into the heart of the heroes. And then rest is describing, and there says that Hritchaya Ardita Mumuhu. So they all fainted by seeing her beauty. And then rest of it is description of her beauty. So Sumadhyamam, she is very beautiful, literally means she had thin waist. Thin waist is considered as good. So it says Sumadhyamam. And Kundala Manditananam, and her face was decorated with 2 nice earrings dangling. And Shyamam, and she is called Shyama, which he will describe who is called Shyama. And Nitamba Arpita Ratna Mekhalam, and she had a very nice belt around her waist. So this was what ladies used to wear in the olden times. Maybe you can see these days only in the movies, not otherwise. So they had the sari, and around the sari there will be a heavy belt made of silver or gold. So that was called Mekhala. And Vyanjastastani, and her breasts were just growing, means new. Kuntala Shankita Ikshanam, and she was a little bit apprehensive in her looks, along with the lock of hair hanging on her face. And Suchi Smitam, she had a very nice, beautiful smile. And Bimba Phala Adhara Dyuti Shonai Mane Dvija Kunda Kudmalam. So this is one word and so many samas. So Kudmala is, Kunda Kudmalam is like the bud of the jasmine flower. And Dvija literally means twice born. Dvija also means bird, because bird is also twice born. First egg, then from the egg. Teeth are also twice born. First you have milk teeth, then you have real teeth. So therefore teeth are also called Dvija. So Dvija Kunda Kudmalam. So her teeth, which were like the fresh buds of jasmine flower, means they were very shiny white. And Shonai Manad, they were appearing little pinkish in color. Why? Because Bimba Phala Adhara Dyuti, because of the shine of her lips, which were like the ripe bimba fruit. So she did not have any lipstick, because she did not need it. Her lips were already like, you see sometimes ladies put on the red lipstick. So her lips were like that, and their lips were so shiny that the shine of the lips was reflecting into the teeth. Like if you put a red flower next to a crystal and the crystal looks reddish, so like that her teeth appeared a little bit reddish or pinkish. That's what the whole samas is. Bimba phala adhara dyuti shonayamana dvija kunda kudmalam. So this is how she was seen. And padachalantim kalahamsa gaminim. She was walking on her one foot. It's only said pada, not padbhyam. She was walking on one foot. So why is it 1 foot? I don't know. Maybe she was walking so softly, lifting 1 foot. I don't know. Kalahamsa gamini, and her gait was like the gait of a swan, like the swan was walking. So like that she was walking. And when she was walking, then sinjata kala nupura dham shobhina. So this tinkling sound from the ankle bells was coming. These days you don't hear it anymore. I don't know about Nepal, but previously the ladies used to wear it. Now it's gone. So when the ladies used to walk, you will hear this sound, chum, chum, chum. So that is what Sinjat Kala Nupara Dham Sobhina. So her body was beautified by this sound. And Vilokya Veera Mumuhu Samagata Yasashvina Statkrita Hrichayardita. So the heroes who were there, after seeing her, they just lost their consciousness and fainted. So although they were very yashashvi, famous big people, but they all lost their external awareness. So he has little comment on this. So tatascha tam chidananda mayim bhagvat shaktim Shri Rukmanim bhagavad disho asura mayam eva pratiyanti smaitya. So he says that Rukmani Devi is the Chit Shakti of Bhagwan. She is Chidanandamayi, she is personification of Chit and Ananda and Bhagwan's internal potency. But these people who are actually enemies of Bhagwan, to them she only appeared like Maya, bewildering, not that they were respectful to her as Lakshmi Devi. So therefore they did not see her true Swarupa. So Sardhair Padona Tribhi Tam Shri Rukmanim Deva Maya Miva Vilokya Viram Humuhuriti Tirtiyananve. So by seeing her Rukmani as personification of Deva Maya, I think there it was Ved Maya, that was a misprint. Should be Deva Maya. So as the Maya, Mam Maya Duratya, Devi hi Sagunmayi, Mam Maya Duratya, that Maya. So she appeared. And therefore after seeing her, they all swooned, fainted. Iva iti eva arthe. So Deva Mayam Iva, like Deva Maya. He says here, Iva means Eva. So Eva has Ayoga Vav, Anya Yoga Vavcheda, means Deva Maya only, means they saw her only Deva Maya and not as Rukmani, not as Antaranga Shakti. That's why he says Eva here means Eva, because Eva carries that sense that they did not see her true Swarupa. Mallanam asniriti atra, I am asnireva, Natu Sukumaro Balaiti Malla Krishnam Yatha Amanstam. So just like the wrestlers. When Krishna appeared in Kamsa's arena, then Mallanam Asni Narvano Nidam. So he appeared to them just like a Tarzan, strong man. That they did not see him like a young 11-year-old boy with very tender body, but they thought him to be tough, strong wrestler with big muscles. So therefore they did not see Krishna's true Swarupa. Like that, they also did not see Rukmani's true Swarupa. That is the significance. Asnitvam cha na tasya Swarupam, but appearing like Asni, like a thunderbolt, or hard or strong body like stone, that is not his Swarupa. It's not the true Swarupa of Krishna. Ato malyadhyaha swasva drigbhir tasya Swarupam eva jagrahu. So therefore they saw Krishna's Swarupa according to their own concept, not the way he is. Krishna nishtam Swarupam Syadyatyaihi sugamam janairit yukte. So he said, just as that to see Krishna's form, which is his actual form by Datya, is not easy. Tatheva devanamapi iyam maya param mohini. So in the same way, Rukmani appeared like Maya to these devas, and therefore they were supremely bewildered by her, Param Mohini. Kapi Sundari na tu iyam manushi iti tam matva ityartha. They thought that she is some divine beauty, not human lady. Deva mayam eva vishnishti vira ityadivi. And now other things are describing that how she is Dev Maya, because by seeing her they fainted. Vira mumuhu. That's why she was Dev Maya. Shyamam, she is called Shyama here. So what is Shyama that is being described in this sloka? Shita kale bhaved ushna, ushna kale tu shitala, stano sukatno yasa sa Shyama parikirtita. One who appears, whose body appears cold in the summer and hot in the winter, and who has strong breast, is called Shyama. Iti yukta lakshnam vyanjyantau vyakti bhavantau eva stano yasyam tam. So that's how they saw her, and then they were completely bewildered. And kuntalabhya shankitaiva chaplaiva ikshanayasya. And then she had the locks of hair dangling on her face, and the eyes looked apprehensive, because she is searching for Krishna, as we will read. And then bimba phaladharasya dhyuti bhi shonay mana dvija danta eva kunda kadmalani yasyastam. So she had the teeth which are like the fresh buds of jasmine flower, and they appeared reddish by the reflection or the glow of the lips, which were like the red bimba fruit. And Sinjancha Tatkala Nupuram Atishilpa Nirmita Nupuram. And then they had the Sinjan. Sinjan is the tinkling sound of ornaments, is called Sinjan. So that Sinjan is from the Nupur, from the ankle bells, which were very artistically made. Chatasya dhambhir diptibhi shobhina pada chalanti. And it is with that she was walking on her foot. Okay, there is only singular. There is no comment here by anyone why it is pada and not padvyam. Jiva Goswami also doesn't say anything. Yes.
Maybe it refers to the jati, and maybe it refers to the jati, and therefore it's ekavachana.
Yeah, we have to take it like that. Or it is an uplakshan. One is the plakshan of two. Because we are only putting one foot on the ground. Or it indicates that she was so eager to meet Krishna that you could only see as if she was jumping on one foot. Therefore, pada chalanti. Yeah, there must be some sense. It's not for nothing. Yam vikshate nripates tadudaraha savridavalokrit chetasya ujhitastra petu kshitau gajarathashva gata vimudha yatra chalen hariyarpayanti swasobham. So now Rukmani has made Krishna's job very simple. Earlier also we read that all these people will be defeated by her. Krishna is only nimitta. Remember that? So now this is the sloka. You can see that actually it is she who is defeating them and Krishna is only the nimitta. So after seeing her, these kings, after seeing her beautiful smile and coarse looks, their hearts were stolen and therefore they dropped their weapons and they fell on the ground. Just like Arjuna said, Gandivam swaste hastat tvakchai me paridayate. So their weapons, Ujjitastra, fell down and then they also fell down. So some were on the elephants, so they fell down on the ground from the elephants. And some were on the chariots, so they fell down from the chariots, and some were on the horses, so they all fell on the ground. So now therefore Krishna has his job. They are all fallen, they are fainted, he can take her and run. So this is, see, people say, they call weaker sex. Who is weaker here? She or they? This is the power of women. So all these big heroes, they all fell on the ground. And then yatra chalena hariye arpayantim sashobham. And now she is still walking. So on the pretext of walking, she is offering her beauty to Krishna. That look, this is for you. So hariye arpayanti swashobham. So tat krito maya pratiti janito yo hrichaya. So that bewilderment which was caused in their heart because they thought of her as Maya and not as Rukmani. If they have thought of her as Rukmani, as Lakshmi Devi, then this would not happen. Then they would be bowing down to her and praying to her like the mother of the universe, but not that. So kama, so therefore their minds were full of kama, and then kamas krodho vijhayate, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhrame, smriti bhansat buddhinasa, buddhinasat pranashyati. Pranashya also means fall down. So they fell down. So tena ardita yatha gandharva datta agni sthalim urvashimeva vilokya pururava kamardito abhut यथैव तस्य काम उर्वशी ज्ञान जन्य एव न तो स्थाली प्रतीति जन्य तथैव वीराणाम हृच्छयो माया प्रतीति जन्य एव न तो रुक्मणी प्रतीति जन्य एव इति अतो अन्योक्तम विरुद्धार्थ पराहते. So he is giving an example because it's important to know that how is that they are having this lusty desire in their heart after seeing Rukmani. So he says that it is they are not seeing Rukmani as was said here, but they are seeing Maya. So you know the story of King Pururava. So Pururava was there and then Urvashi came to him And then she stayed for about 1 year and then she left, because the condition was that she had 2 sheep and she should not see him naked. And then Devas wanted her back, so they stole the sheep at night. And she was saying, "What is this? You are such a big hero, my sheep are stolen." So he ran. And then Indra, who is the king of the cloud, made lightning and she could see him naked. So then he said, "Okay, my condition is broken, now I'm going." So she left and he was completely heartbroken. So he was running here and there, crying like a mad fellow. So then the Devas came and they gave him Agni's thali, 1 pot of Agni, which is actually meant to do yajna. And he mistook this for Urvashi. So much, right? Sadrisham chestate svasya atman manyate jagat. So you see things, when that is the meaning of moha, you project your ideas onto things. So he was actually Urvasi meva vilokya pururavak kamardito. So he was very much agitated, thinking of this pot as Urvashi. So just as he was seeing the pot as Urvashi and not as pot, like that these Devas, they are seeing Rukmani as Maya and not Rukmani. That's the example he is giving. And therefore, because they are seeing her as Maya Devi, so they are deluded. Because that's what Maya does. So they are into moha. And then they, so much moha that they fainted. So some moha. So that's what is the description. So he says, therefore those people who give that they got deluded by seeing the beauty of Rukmani, says that meaning is not proper. Na kevalam mumuhu petus chaityaha yamiti. Not only that they got bewildered, but they also fell down. Atrapi shloke dev mayamiti padam anuvartaniyam yam Sri Rukmanim dev mayam eva vikshate nripatiyo mudha santa petu. So here also he says that the word Deva Maya has to be brought in from the previous sloka, Adhyahara, carried over from there. And so they saw her as Deva Maya and then they become bewildered and they fell down. And Rukmani Kidrishi, and what was Rukmani? Hariyasva Shobham Arpanti Natvannibhe. So she was showing her beauty only to Krishna and not to others. Means the true beauty of Rukmani was seen only by Krishna and not by them. They saw only the deluding beauty or Mayic beauty of Rukmani. And therefore they fell into Maya. Saivam sanaischalati Chalapadmakosho praptim tada bhagavata prasamikshmana utsarya vamakar jalaika anapangai praptan hriyekshatanripan dadrishe chutam sa. Saiva sanais chalayati. So she was walking very slowly. Why? Because she was in search of Krishna. Because now is the time. She has sent the message that I will go for puja, and then when I come out, then you lift me and take. That's the easiest. And she said, I will take care of the army. So don't worry about that. So she spread her Maya and they all got sammohita. So Chalapadma Koshau. So now it is used that she is walking on 2 feet. Dual case. So she was walking on the 2 lotuses. Praptim tada bhagavatah prasamikshmana. And she was looking for Bhagwan. That where is he? and Utsarya Vama Karjair Nalakana Pangai. So she lifted with the left hand nail her locks of hair and looked to the side, because as a shy girl she was not able to just look normally as the modern day girls will do. She was very shy, so she was trying to see, at the same time not being too explicit about it. And Praptan Hriyakshat Nripan, but when she lifted and she saw this king, so she became very shy, bashful. Because as a young girl, she is not supposed to look at them directly. It was not custom. So, but at the same time, she has to look for Krishna. Where is he? So when she sees and he sees some other king, then she becomes bashful, and then she moves. So that's what she was doing. So Praptan Hriyakshat Nipam Dadarsha Achyutam Sa, and then finally she spotted Krishna. And she has not seen him before, but she recognized. So Sa Rukmani Sri Krishna Didrikshanam Mana Eva Praptan Tatragatan Hriyakshat. So who was only interested in seeing Krishna, so she also saw the kings who were there, but she was bashful while seeing. Hriyati ete anye purusha. Why she was bashful? He says these are the other purusha, these are other people whom she is not supposed to see face to face. Iti tad darshanena lajja ajanishta. So by looking at them, she became bashful. Tanmadhye eva achyutam dadarsha, dadrishe dadarshaya khalu hridiyat chetona bhavati iti bhava. And then in the midst of them, she saw Krishna, and then she was happy that he is called Achyuta, means one who does not go out of one's heart. That is the meaning. So, Tam Raj Kanyam Ratham Arurukshtim Jahar Krishno Dushatam Samikshatam Ratham Samaropya Suparna Lakshanam Rajanya Chakram Paribhuya Madhava. So now Krishna saw the princess who was wishing to ride the chariot. So he lifted her and put her inside the chariot while all these people were seeing, and making her sit in the chariot which has the flag of Garuda, while disregarding all the kings assembled there. Then Madhava, chalo, now he is called Madhava. Madhava means husband of Lakshmi. So now he is truly Madhava. And tato yayo Rama puropagamai sanai srigala madhyadiva bhagaridhari. And then he left slowly, being accompanied by army headed by Balram, just like Srigala Madhyadiva Bhagaridhari, just like a lion takes its own share, which was in the midst of the jackals. And tam manina swabhibhavam yashakshayam pare jarasam dhavashan sehire aho dhigasman yashat dhanvam gopair hitam keshirinam nimbragairava. And when this happened, then all these heroic people like Jarasandha and kings under him, they thought that our fame is lost and we are defeated. So they were unable to tolerate this, and they said, fie on us, because our fame is put into dust, although we are holding the weapons in our hand. But this cowherd boy has taken Rukmani. He said, just like a jackal is taking the share of the lions. So previously he said that Krishna is taking Rukmani like a lion takes his share from the midst of the jackals. And he is thinking that jackal is taking our share because he is only a cowherd and we are all Kshatriyas. And what is this? So asahataesham akroshamaha ahoiti yato asmakam yasho gopairhitam. So he was unable to tolerate and thus was angry, and out of anger he was saying, Aho, Dhik. He says, our fame has been stolen by this cowherd. Means our honor is diminished. What will people say that this cowherd boy came and right in front of you, he took away the bride, and what were you guys doing? So this is the end of chapter 53. Stop here if there is any question. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj, for class. So, we often come across Krishna being addressed as Hare also, Maharaj.
Hare.
Hare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also, but we hear in the Mahamantra Hare as being Hara. That's Jiva Goswami also. He gives that interpretation of Mahamantra, where he's addressing Hare as Hara. So, how we can understand this, Maharaj? That because
the word is, there are two words, Hari, and the invocatory case singular of Hari is Hare, and Hara, that also invocation becomes Hare. So Hare in invocation can be of Hari or Hara.
So my question is coming from this understanding that all the Vedas, they are self-revealing nature they have. So the sound, already it has conception with it, which is self-revealing in nature. So Hare, as we chant Manas, so it's self-revealing will be Krishna, or Radharani will depend upon our own consciousness, how we are addressing.
So it reveals also not neutrally. It's like Krishna says, Yayatha mam prapadyante tam state. So it is self-revealing, but it also reveals according to your wish. So what is your bhav, and accordingly it can reveal. It has got both or everything in it. Hari can also mean lion, can be also Nrsimhadev. So that depends on your bhav.
And here Vallabhacharya, he comments something, Maharaj, about pada chalanti. He says, Eka vidham lakshanam and padvyam chalanam purushasya ekena pada chalanam striya iti.
Yeah, it's just saying that man walks on 2 feet, women walk on 1 foot. That's all he's saying, but how is that? It's not explaining it.
And that's tatrapi gatihi phala rupa afala cheti dvida. Ayam vivekaha sputa lakshane naiva bhavatiti tasya gamanam nirupayati.
And that is Hansa Gamani. It's talking about that. Okay, Narayanji.
Pranam Guru Maharaj. So my question is more about the whole chapter. And question is this. So in the Bhakti Rasamrita, you have explained that the Kirtan of Bhagavan, which includes Nam, Rup and Guna and Katha and so on, it is ultimately purifying for the heart. And when we hear these stories of Bhagavan, there is two moods, one is just hearing them as a story, because it's quite absorbing, your boy meets girl, they fall in love with each other, the boy stages a heroic act, that's the girl, and it's fantastic. But then there is an inner disposition to these stories, which is laden with bhakti,
Hmm.
And my question is, when we are hearing this, well, first of all, if the hearer is in the mood of simply hearing them as a story, what's the outcome of that? Does it result in any purification or anything? And more secondly, more for devotees, what is the mood in which we should approach these stories? And that's something I'm struggling with when I'm hearing these stories. That how should we really understand this excellent display of pastime? That's the question.
So first thing is you have to know what it means purification, because you said that if one just hears these stories, does he get purified, right? That's your first question.
Yes.
So what do you mean by purification? What is your concept of purification?
So my concept is that the person's sins gets purified, and the person slowly comes to appreciate and respect the path of bhakti and so on and such. That is my understanding.
Yeah, so if he hears with Shraddha, means you have to have this Shraddha that if I hear this story, then my sins will be dispelled. If the hearer has this much Shraddha, then it will happen. So Shraddha is the key factor. Like Rupa Goswami says, Adav Shraddha. So all these things have power in them, just like Mahamantra has power in it, but Mahamantra can also give you material things. And Tachet Dravid Janta Pashana Madhyena Phalitam Bhavati. So it says that if this Mahamantra has power, but if it falls in the heart of Dravana, those who are attached to wealth, power, position, then it does not give fall immediately. Because there is some conditioning, condition is also required from other side. Ashraddhaya dutam hattam tapas taptam kritam chayat. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that if you do all this yajna, charity, etc. with ashraddha, then it doesn't bring fruit. So Shraddha is important. Although these things, so there are two things. One is the power of the object. Other is your concept, your faith. Just like they have about the medicine, what is called that when they give placebo effect.
Yeah.
So there is a nocebo effect and there is a placebo effect. So one is that the medicine actually has potency in it, and another is you have faith in it. And now in case when there is no potency in the medicine but you have faith, it still works up to a certain extent. So your Shraddha, your Adhikar, your qualification, Adhikar means qualification, is also effective in that. So therefore, if you have this Shraddha that by hearing this will happen, it will happen. But if you don't have that and you just hear, then when it will happen, it is not guaranteed. So that is the one part. Second part, how devotee has to hear these things. Devotee has to hear with faith has to be there in devotee also, but mood of devotion. So what is being described here is that think like this, that you want to be with Krishna. You want to be picked up by him like he is picking up Rukmani. Right? He is there. He actually came, when Rukmani wrote the letter, he came running. He did not spend half an hour extra waiting there. He said, he immediately called Daruka, let's go. That's how God is. So if you surrender to him like this, then he will lift you. Thus, what is that? Uddharami. Tesham aham samuddharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nacharat partha maya veshata chetasam. He says it with his own mouth, and he is truthful. He is not telling lies. He is not just, because he has nothing to gain from you. If you surrender to him, he has nothing to gain from you. Absolutely nothing. And you have everything to gain because you have nothing else anywhere else. Anywhere else you have any gain, it's only illusion. It's only an illusion in your mind that you have it. It can be taken away in 1 second. Little COVID came, the whole earth was shaken. You cannot even see the virus, damn thing, it's so subtle. Everybody, the whole world is in panic. Everybody is covering their mouth. You cannot even breathe naturally. This is the material world. We are so powerful and we think we have conquered nature. We are going to Moon and Mars and Jupiter and this and that. You can have a problem in your backyard. One little virus. You can drink little water and have diarrhea and all your sattva is gone. You are ready to die. So this is what is being described, that she is only fixed on him and he comes for her. So we have to be like that. If we want Krishna, which we say we want Krishna, but we are not ready to do little surrender. Little problem, immediately we are saying, why God is doing this to me? So we want God to be our servant, not that we want to be servant. He will be your servant. He says, I am servant of my servant. But first you have to show that you are qualified to be his servant. You have that qualification. So it is not some narcissism here that he is a narcissist and he wants you to just hang around him and take all the service. No, this is what love is. So it is being described when someone has love, how does it feel? Because we have no idea what love is. So these stories are there to wake us up, to give us an idea, to get some feeling about it. What does it mean when somebody loves Krishna? We don't have, they have, so their mood is being depicted here. And then how does Krishna feel when he knows that somebody loves me? He is ready to fight, kill, do anything to protect that person, to take away. This is what it says, I will pull you out. So we are in the midst of crocodiles and sharks in this material world, whom we think are relatives, friends, boss, this, that. That's what actually they are. It may sound very harsh, but this is the reality. We don't see it. But once you get out of it, that's how you see it. So he actually pulls you out from this. He promises this, I will lift you out of this. We ourselves have no power. If Rukmani wanted to go by herself, how she will go? She is inside the palace, she is all surrounded by so many. First of all, there are ladies, there are these Varmukhyas, then there are all kinds of relatives are there, then the servants are there, then guards are there. How some girl from there can go? So even such a person who absolutely has no possibility that she can get out, she gets out from there. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama piyamtite. I give the intelligence. So he gave the intelligence, you come to do the puja, I will come there, I will take you. So wherever there is will, there is a way. So this determination is what is surrender, determination, Sharanagati. This is what is being shown here. So this is how devotees should see these stories. And then it brings joy to them, this is so nice. We want to be with such people.
Okay, thank you, Umar. Thank you.